And we're having a wonderful time, and Dean is having a wonderful time, and Michelle's having a wonderful time. And I miss you all except Joelle.
So, and you said all that to say what?
If you're listening and stop being so mean to me, you would have heard what I said. I said I will not be joining you this session. That's what I said, Joelle.
Oh, like the whole session, not just this book. I mean, not just this night.
Baby, I can't
Right.
hear you.
Oh.
I mean, what are you gonna tell us? Come here and tell us that you're doing something that you think is better.
I did not say that. I did not say that it was better. I said that I was joining Michelle and her son Dean to support him in reading this book. That's what I said to her. Joelle, you know what? Don't make me have to get up here and book me a flight down there to South Carolina. I don't even like South Carolina. But you
All right, look, well, are you in a rush to leave, Benita?
no, I'll listen for a couple of seconds and then I'll
Well,
be on my way.
it's just that I wanted to. It's just that I wanted to ask the group how they feel about doing the notes and questions. And I bring this up. Joelle got me the notes about 5:30, about an hour before the session started tonight, which was actually better than what my son did on Friday, getting me the notes 10 minutes before we were scheduled to go live. Now, that was his first time doing it, but I happen to know, since I raised the boy, that's how he rolls, you know, and I can expect that to be the case. So, you know, so I wanted to open it up for a little bit of discussion because, you know, I write the notes and do the kind of notes that I do because it's easy for me. It is easier for me to write than it is to talk. But I know that's not true for everybody. And, you know, I don't want to feel like I'm forcing people or pressuring people into doing something that you don't want to do. And, you know, I think I said in the beginning, everybody should find their own style and whatnot. But I think that we should talk about what we're going to do because I don't like the stress. I don't, you know, I don't like rushing around at the last minute trying to do the pieces that I need to do. And I think there are some alternatives. For example, you could just not do notes. Not do questions.
I didn't know that was an option.
That's an option. Let's make it an option. Another option is that you can take the responsibility for uploading the notes to someplace like Google Drive and sharing them with the members however you want to share them, on our Facebook page, our Google page, sending them by email, whatever. But that's a part of what I do at the last minute. And that's a part of what I don't want to be rushing around at the last minute trying to do. But if you don't bother, if it doesn't bother you, then I'm comfortable with having whoever does the notes also take on the responsibility of sharing the notes with the group. So those are the two options that I can think of, but there may be others. And I just wanted to see how y'all feel about that.
Well, how does the no notes thing work? Like, so how are we like?
I don't know, Randie. I mean, you know, I like notes because, you know, I am a writer. It is easy for me to write, but also it gives me a sense of control. When I go into any meeting, I'm uncomfortable going into any meeting without, if I'm facilitating it, without a plan of how it's going to flow. But that's part of my control issue. You know, other people don't have that issue. You know, other people are more extemporaneous. So, you know, I want people to be who they are and not, you know, me.
Well, the rule is, and not to like call Joelle out or anything, but the rule is the day before, right?
That's what we've said.
However, there's some
However, I seem to be the only one able to make it.
right. However,
that means it's not working from my perspective. Even a few hours would be okay. But me having to watch my email from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. is not working for me. So what do y'all think?
Maybe like, I mean, well, when we talked about it last time, Michelle, like notes in general and how often we were meeting, like maybe we should cap, like maybe if there was a cap on how many questions you could write, you know, because the way we've been doing it is like however many questions that stick out to you per chapter, and since we're reading 100 pages at a time, that could be a lot of questions. So maybe it will be helpful if there were lesser questions that were, you know, pick the top one or top two from each chapter. Maybe it would compel people to send it sooner if you don't have to write as much, but I don't know.
Are you saying just do questions and don't do a summary and key points?
I think you should. I think if you summarize and then write down the questions, that may be more effective. Maybe cut some things out. Just put everything. Y'all don't like goulashes?
Because writing those, I mean, and I don't, you know, the notes that, you know, it is what it is when it's your turn to do it. That's, you know, that's the point. But, you know, it is challenging to read all the pages and then, like, write. Because some of these questions are long because we write verbatim from the book. And so maybe, I don't know, maybe that's like summarize the quote or whatever of the chapter and then write the question. Or just write the question.
Okay.
The page number. So, like, if I'm asking a question about so-and-so, instead of writing the whole question, put page number. And we could all read it to ourselves and then answer the question. I don't know.
Oh, well, that's interesting because if we cut down on what the notes are, I mean, you have an outline and then you have your questions with the reference page, then you can get it out to everybody in time for them to look at the page number, read the information, and then they can make their own notes. When we get together, we can have something to discuss. So maybe that would be better. You know, take the burden of producing an academically beautiful piece, you know, to present. Because I mean, this, as opposed to last, you know, our other session where our book was more
informational.
Yes, informational. This is more relaxed. So when we do books like this, we can be a little less strict on putting, you know, documentation. So
yeah, this is
a put a summary. It's not fluff, but but you know, yeah, you make a summary, the questions you feel are important, and the reference page.
Summary, questions, and reference page. I like that.
I think the problem is that the reason why some folks are having problems, and I'm not going to count you, Joel, when you do your summary. I was just saying that that's a problem, I think. A lot of people have so many things going on in their lives, at least I know I do, and most folks do like I have the same thing, and it's very time consuming. It can become very time consuming, and a lot of times people end up, you know, procrastinating because they have so many things going on. So I think the short summary and the answer and the questions with the pages would be great.
Okay, Randie and Joelle, do you like that plan?
Yeah.
Okay.
At least for like this season, and I say this season because, you know, our wedding is in 6 months and it's starting to get real over here.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Gotta get real.
Yeah. Well, actually, you know what? I haven't talked to you about it yet, but I was thinking you might want to take next season off because when's your wedding, in April?
The April. She can take the week before the wedding.
I don't know, but I think you should be thinking about it. Joelle, how do you like the idea of the summary, questions, and reference page?
It's fine. That's what I basically tried to do now on this one.
Okay.
I mean, I did some clippings, but I did not. I paraphrased some things, and I wasn't as detailed because it's too much to go in. I just took the main, who got killed and why they died and who was a wuss and went with it.
Okay. All right. So are you all telling me that if we go to this model, that you can then get that information to me at a better time of day, or that you want to take responsibility for sharing it with the group?
Well, I'm not about assuming responsibility. I will make the effort to get it to you the day before.
Oh.
I don't know how you format it, because it's not like the Word documents we send you. You like do extra stuff. So
yeah, but what I'm saying is you don't get the extra if it's coming to me at 5:30. So you might as well do it yourself.
I've been sending it to you the day before, right? At least like.
Yeah, kind of, sort of. I mean, the thing is, we only have a couple of meetings left to this session. I think Georgette is going to do next time, and then I think I'm doing the last one. So it's really, Georgette, why don't you follow this model? I never worry about, I never worry about what you're doing.
That's a lot of faith.
Teacher's pet. So this meeting was basically directed at me.
No. It's the general pattern of what we have seen. We're now into 5 sessions. So, we kind of know each other a little bit. And it's the general pattern of what has occurred over the 5 sessions. Mm-hmm. But Georgette, if you just want to put a link, you know how to upload something to Google Drive? Like anybody that has a Gmail address has a Google Drive. Do you know how to do that?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so you could just plan to put a link in, the private group that we have on Facebook.
Yeah,
session 4 and 5
Conversationalists.
You can just put a link in there whenever you get it, and then I won't think any more about it.
Okay.
Okay. All right. We got time to get started.
All right. And let me, just say, since I'm doing the last one for this group, don't be surprised if I do what I do, because I do what I do.
It's okay.
Nobody needs to be mad at me. Benita, you can think about, how you want to handle the same situation in the other group, and do it like that, okay?
All right. All righty then.
Okay, Joelle, I'm done.
All right, have a good night.
Hey, Benita, I was going to ask you to read the first one if you wanted to.
Well, actually, I don't have it in front of me, Joelle, but
okay. All right.
Thank you for the offer. You guys have a good night. Talk to you soon, Georgette, Joelle. Bye, Ray. See you later, Michelle.
All right.
All right. Now that we got her out of the room, we can go ahead and have some fun.
She's going to see this later, right?
Okay.
Well, look, thank you. It's a little after 8, so.
Y'all was pretty good tonight, on time. I'm sorry.
Yeah. We took up about 20 minutes though at the beginning of the meeting, and once I post the raw video, I wish you would watch that. The first 20 minutes, we talked about different models of doing the notes, and we agreed that instead of writing the key points, we would just do a short summary, a few questions, and give a reference page if you want to. But anyway, you'll see what we were talking about. I think that's all I have. Anybody else?